Welcome back. All right, so the New York Rangers and the Pittsburgh Penguins. I don't have a score on this one. Do I need a score on this one? That's how you can tell Dad's really tired. All right, so let's start this off properly. Welcome back. All right, so Halak versus Jari as the Rangers played the Penguins today. This is the first of 3 meetings these teams are going to have this week. I think by the end of these 3 games, they're going to dislike each other plenty. So early Malkin shot is kicked aside. Granlund fires one wide on a 2-on-1. There's a power play for Pittsburgh. They cycle. Mott clears it out. Zucker has a shot that's held. A shorthanded Kakko shot was fired wide. We then get 12 seconds of 5-on-3 for the Penguins. This is where the lack of discipline hurts the Rangers. Malkin fires one wide. Malkin fans on one. Penn cycle. We then had 1:14 of 5-on-3. So they got to the 5-on-4, and then we ended up with another 5-on-3 anyways. 2 straight high sticks. And they were kind of lucky that the first one didn't end up being 4 minutes. So we get a post for Letang. Gensel's denied, and then Raquel buries it. Good cycle. Crosby and Malkin with the assists at 6:03, and that one was through a screen as well. Ninth, Penguins shot. The Rangers had 1 to this point in the game. So the Penguins really came out on time. Rangers kill off the 5-on-4. We get a press by New York at 9 minutes, but they're kept to the outside. At 11:18, though, they tie it. It was a good press by the fourth line, who might have been the best line for the Rangers today. It's Goudreau from VC and Mott. So that one was buried. Penguins then press with 7.5 minutes left. There's a near miss for Rust. Letang has a shot that's blocked. Rangers are pinned down as the Penguins are seeking the lead. Zibanejad has a rush chance. That would deflect out. The Rangers press. Again, they're kept to the outside. So when they got their pressure, they were not able to get to the net consistently in that first period. Solid defense by the Penguins. Zucker's denied on a fast break in the closing seconds. It's 1-1 after 1. Second period, early on, strong press by the Penguins. Basically, I was just going to put down early press by the Pens, and then Zucker scores from Dumoulin at 1:21, so that saves me the trouble. And really, they had a good press going. The Rangers went to clear it, and it turns over. So good puck pressure and a little bit of panic maybe with the Rangers there, right? So that's goals in 4 straight for Zucker. He has 9 goals in 8 games. This one a little bit fortunate because it went in off Zibanejad. They all count. Rangers look to answer. Fox has a net feed that's blocked. The Penguins clear it out. There's a press by Pittsburgh at 4 minutes. Post for Ruda on a face-off win. Shots are 5-1 Pittsburgh 4.5 minutes in. Penguins continue leaving no path to their net. Rangers, yep, they could set up. They could pass it around the outside. There was no way to get it to the middle. O'Connor fires one wide on a rush. Trocheck has a rush chance that's blocked and held. We get some pushing. Trocheck knocks down the referee. So referee seemed a little bit snippy about that. I can kind of understand that. That didn't look like it was a fun thing for him. Zucker to Malkin, that's picked off. Tarasenko has a shot that's blocked. Kane has a shot then that's blocked by Kulikov. The Penguins rush the other way. Crosby to Gensel, near miss there. Rangers held to 10 shots halfway into this game. That's it. That just shows how solid a defensive game was being played by the Pittsburgh Penguins in this one. So power play for the Rangers. They cycle, near misses. They couldn't bury late with Jari down on the ice. That's killed off. Pettersson has a shot that's tipped by Crosby. Halak holds on there. Nylander then had a shot that was saved. Miller clears a rebound. I have to say, Alex Nylander, right now in this call-up with Pittsburgh, this is probably the best I've seen him play at the NHL level. It's taken a while, but he looks pretty good out there. So, Trouba flattens Nylander. That draws a crowd. That would not be the last time that Trouba draws a crowd in this game. A lot of booing for Trouba. I get the feeling there's some history here, and I know there's some history here, and Trouba seems to eat that up. So Rangers come out of that with a power play with 3:58 left. That made the Pittsburgh fans so happy. Kreider then poked at Jari because puck's a little bit loose, so he's like, I can get it really loose. And that leads to some punching and some pushing, because of course it does. Rangers cycle, the Penguins clear, they finish the kill. Kakko couldn't bury one, the Penguins rush the other way, and Tarasenko's denied in the closing seconds. So after 2 periods, it's 2-1 for Pittsburgh. Third period, early press by the Rangers. Zucker then fans on one in close. Solid play by Nylander, and Mika Zibanejad just caused enough of an interference play there to cause Zucker to fan on it. Now, by interference play, I do not mean of the penalty variety. There's a way to interfere with a player without it being an interference penalty. Rangers line juggling. They're getting zone time, but they're not getting enough shots at this point in the game. They threw the kid line back together. I'm not sure why the kid line was split up, but okie dokie. VC's denied. The Rangers pressed at 6.5 minutes. There was more pressure. The Penguins, though, they block it. They clear it out. Trocheck flattens Malkin, and then he knocked him down again. And that was one where there was some discussion about whether or not it should be a penalty. And what makes it worse is that he flattens him, and they get a rush out of it. Kreider scores from Trocheck at 9:09. So now we've got a tie game. The fans are kind of unhappy. This is where they start telling the ref that he sucks. And looking on the play, yeah, it's one of those ones that, Trocheck throws that hit. I think Malkin had just knocked down Trocheck as well. They were having a bit of a back and forth. Crosby then has a shot that's caught and held. Kakko picks off a Malkin pass. The Penguins take it back, though. The shots on net are 9-4 Rangers with 6.5 minutes left. So in the third, they were getting those opportunities that they weren't in the first two periods. So Panarin fires one wide. There's a post for Tarasenko, so the posts are prominent in this one. The Penguins press with 3.5 minutes left. Raquel, Malkin have shots that are saved, and then the Rangers rush the other way. Nylander was denied. Final minute rush on a 2-on-1. So we go to overtime. Both teams get a point. For teams that are below the playoff line, that leaves you punch and air. The Rangers control early. There's a power play for the Penguins. A timeout for the Penguins before it starts. And whatever they discussed, it works. Letang scores the power play marker for Malkin and Crosby at 1:38. Good cycle. Buries it. No chance on that one for Halak. And so Pittsburgh wins this one 3-2 in overtime. They go to 34, 22, and 10 with the win, with the overtime loss. The Rangers 37, 19, and 10. So it pulls Pittsburgh within 6 points of the New York Rangers. They have 2 more games left this week. We'll see how much closer Pittsburgh gets before the week's out. Shots on net, 15-6 Pittsburgh in the first, 11 apiece in the second, 12-8 Rangers in the third. Pittsburgh only had 1 shot in the overtime. That's all they needed. Final shots 35-29 for Pittsburgh. Power plays, the Rangers 0 for 2. Pittsburgh 2 for 4. So the special teams definitely made a difference in this one. Hits 45-44 for Pittsburgh. So if these teams meet in the playoffs again, I get the feeling that Trouba probably going to meet with Crosby again. We're probably going to get into some nastiness between these teams, and I'm here for it. So Halak with 32 saves on 35 shots, Jari with 27 saves on 29 shots. And after a game between Boston and Detroit that didn't really have that intensity, it was fun to watch a game that did have that playoff intensity. And so we'll see how the other 2 games go this week. But Pittsburgh gets the win first. We'll see if the Rangers answer with a win of their own in the second meeting. And then we'll have maybe the rubber match unless Pittsburgh wins both matchups before then. But let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And of course, the other 6 games, those will be recapped in their own video later on tonight. Stay tuned for that. Between now and then, this is what you get. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.